It's your daily dose of Donna. Today is Tuesday, January 14th, and I am glad to be here with you guys. Wow, wow, wow. I needed this. I needed this. I needed to see you. I needed my place of serenity. We are here. We are alive. We are safe. I hope you are safe where you are. We have a big show today. We have a lot going on. Lots of entertainment news. We're back getting into the swing of things. Luckily, no new fires have popped up. Well, one new fire, but nothing in the general Los Angeles area. We will talk about that. I think we are getting to the end of this crazy, crazy tragedy here in Los Angeles. We have so much to talk about. So let's just get into it because you guys, I'm ready to hopefully get to some sense of normalcy after such a devastating week. Everyone, this is your daily dose of Donna. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy to see so many of you beautiful people here. I love how when I'm on YouTube, I feel like I'm seeing you. I mean, I see some of you guys in the chat, but I feel like you're here. I feel like your faces are here looking at me. And if you're only listening over on Apple and Spotify, which so many of you guys are, because of you, I am still seeing my numbers rise. We are rising. We are rising up. If you are listening over on Spotify, thank you so much. Are you giving me a review and a rating? Are you commenting over on Spotify? I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing that you can comment on Spotify. That was like so cool. I can comment back. So I have to go do that today. I'm going to go comment on your comments. I'm going to comment on comments. Susan, she says, "Hi, Donna. It's my first live." Susan, it's my first time with you too. I feel so special. And then we can, and then if you're over on Apple Podcasts, make sure to give a 5-star review. I got some haters over there lately, you guys. Well, I always do. Let's be real. But I also got some great people. I have some amazing people, amazing people that jump into my DMs every day. And I'm so glad for you guys. So if you want to spread the love, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and a review, just saying what you like about the show. It could be the props. It could be my horrible singing. It could be the fact that I am, telling you guys, my experiences with the fire or Justin Baldoni. Remember him? Literally in one ear and out the other. It's unreal what happened there. Anyone, doesn't it feel like a different lifetime that we were talking about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Do you guys even remember them? What about James Kennedy? A different world. Nothing makes sense. It's only January 14th. It's actually, I saw someone tweet the other day, it's January 47th, 2025. The longest month of the history of the world, and it's only not even the middle of the month. How did this happen? How did this happen? The longest start to the year ever. It's crazy. It's crazy how we got here. Let's hope that we've started in such a chaotic way that we'll hopefully only get to more of a calm place. It has to get better from here. It has to. I can't imagine. I completely and hope, like more than ever, that we will, calm down and like see some peace and quiet. But in these days, who knows? We do have this upcoming TikTok ban, and I haven't really spent a lot of time talking about it because I haven't really had the bandwidth to get into it. I have been posting on TikTok just about the fires, but I haven't been spending a lot of time on TikTok other than just seeing Spencer Pratt. Like, it's literally crazy. Every time I go to TikTok, my whole For You page is Spencer and Heidi, Spencer and Heidi, Spencer and Heidi, Spencer and Heidi. They are posting nonstop. But every once in a while, I'll see a video about the TikTok ban. And this TikTok ban, this upcoming TikTok ban, which as of right now, as of January 19th, no more TikTok. And it's actually really sad for those creators who TikTok really is their sole income stream. It is actually a very sad thing for those people and businesses who have built their businesses and income off of TikTok. And it's not just influencers and creators. There's a lot of small businesses who have grown tremendously. Like I've seen so many companies over the years, small little companies like I don't know, makeup brands or clothing brands or protein bars or, whatever. There's so many small little companies that have blown up because of users that have used their products and then have promoted them. How many have we seen, through the TikTok shop? So that's kind of a bummer that is going to go away if it does go away. It's weird. Bethenny did post something yesterday and I saw someone posted in our Facebook group, and it was actually kind of a sweet post. Maybe I can find it really fast. She posted something uh, about the TikTok ban, and she said it was kind of like a. I wonder if I can find it. I wonder if I'll be able to find it really fast. If I can't, then I'll just have to find it another time. But I thought it was kind of a sweet post. It was basically just saying, like, it's going to be okay. You guys are going to find each other again. This is what happens. A lot of people don't believe that it's going to go away because it feels so real and so large and so true and so like big in our lives for the last 4 or 5 years. But this is what happened with Vine. I mean, we weren't on Vine. I was not on Vine, but a lot of creators really that was their life. They were Vine creators. Those were those short 5, 6, 7 second videos. And then it just went away. But all of those creators found another place to go. So really what does happen is people just kind of move on and they migrate. I was a big Clubhouse person. A lot of you, I don't know if you guys remember Clubhouse. I went on Clubhouse when I was in 2021, January of 2021. I went on Clubhouse because I was bored, just sitting at home like so many of you. I had my business and I went on Clubhouse and I spoke. It was an audio only app. And I spoke on what they called a stage. And I quickly developed a huge following. And I grew so fast, so fast. And my Instagram grew so fast. And I actually became best friends with so many people. In fact, I speak about her all the time. My friend Molly Dare and I, she lives now in New Jersey, she and I became literally best friends from Clubhouse. And still to this day, we speak on the phone all the time. Allison says, I met you on Clubhouse. So many people met me on Clubhouse, and it's so interesting. So we just migrated. Like we left Clubhouse. Some of you found me on Instagram, followed me on Instagram. Some of you find me on TikTok. Like that's just the way that it works. But it does suck for those people because TikTok does really pay well. That's interesting. Like it pays better than a lot of the other social media places. Okay. Yes. Here is the post on I'm going to play it on, how can I start it from the beginning? Hold on. I want to play it from the beginning. The post from Bethenny. I'm going to play it for you guys. It was on the Facebook group. You guys can join the Facebook group, Daily Dose of Donna. It's a great way for all of us to be friendly. And let me play it really happening.
Okay, children, your mother is speaking. Many of you are worried that this app is going away. And while I don't think that that's actually happening, I want to say this to you regardless of what happens. We are the land of the misfit toys. You are wildly entertaining, irreverent, disruptive, and you are the present and the future, because those rectangles on your parents' walls that have remote controls, those are for people in bedrock. Fred and Wilma are watching those. Celebrity is dead, real is alive, and you are all phenomenal, and you will find the after party. And if you can't find the after party, then I will host the after party somewhere. So just remember that when people say to me, why don't you go back on television? I say, I am on television. This is television. So you guys are the future. Remember that, my young chickens.
It kind of made me emotional. Maybe everything makes me emotional these days. Bethenny really found a spot on TikTok. Like, it's interesting. She found a whole new audience. So many people that follow her on TikTok and never watched Real Housewives. So they never knew her as witty Bethenny on Real Housewives. And they found her there. And it's so true. The only reason I'm really watching TV lately is to watch like local news. And then, of course, I watch scripted shows, but I don't watch the news anymore to watch news. Like, I get my news, I get my commentary, I get my opinion, I get my entertainment from us. I get it from YouTubers, I get it from Reels, I get it from TikTok, right? Don't you guys? I mean, you're watching this. I listen to podcasts. So it's interesting. Bethenny is so wild, right? Like, I have really gone through the motions with Bethenny. We could do a whole episode on the journey of our relationship with Bethenny because I think all of you guys have gone through it with me, right? We went from being obsessed with her to wanting to like throw her off the island to now liking her again. And maybe a lot of you guys don't like her, but I truly, truly find her so interesting and insightful. And watching her relief efforts is the thing that will always make me like her. I will never, ever, ever dismiss her solely for seeing her with Be Strong. And having just my own little piece of that this weekend and going through my own little piece of doing relief effort this weekend and knowing how difficult and crazy and hard that is, just doing my own little of it. I did like a little pin drop of what she does. It's so insane that she was able to take that on. I will never dismiss her. Like, anyone that does any relief work, you can never, ever look at them as negative people. It's so crazy. I was saying on my Instagram stories this morning that I got a DM saying, "Why are you making this about you?" I don't understand. Is something wrong with people? Is something wrong with people in this world? In what world do people look at someone who is raising money and donating and literally spending a full Saturday collecting items, driving them to shelters and driving them places and actually spending their actual time donating, collecting money, helping victims and saying they're making it about themselves? What? Like, it's beyond me how cruel some people are. And poor Bethenny, she probably gets it all the time. Why are you making these disasters about you? She's just stronger than me. She just probably can't. She just lets it roll off her back. I kind of have started to let it roll off my back, but clearly I didn't today. Okay. So, speaking of someone that hasn't let anything roll off their back, okay, Spencer Pratt. And Patricia just said something really important here. As LA natives, it is about us. Actually, Chris Courtney, this is really important, and I'm going to go into this really fast. This is what the comment was about. I don't listen to Jeff Lewis. I haven't listened to it in 2 weeks. I definitely have not listened to it since the fires because I don't even know how they've approached the fires. And I'm actually so sensitive about the fires. Today's the first day that I feel like a little calmer. I'm scared to listen to it, especially last week. Like, were they laughing during the fires? Were they keeping it light and tight when people were losing their homes? I don't know how in the world you could last week. I just don't know how. But someone did say that in the DM. And you know what? Typical that it comes from a chump to say such an asshole comment. Someone said, Jeff Lewis, this was the comment. This was the DM. They said, Jeff Lewis is saying that so many people are making it about themselves. And it seems like you're making it about yourself. So Jeff Lewis is actually putting it out there that people are making the fires about themselves. Isn't that wild? This is what I'm saying. Like, I can't. In such a time of devastation. And by the way, Patricia said it earlier. As LA natives, it is about us. I didn't move to LA a month ago. I don't know anything but this city. I lived in Santa Barbara for 4 years for college. I only know LA. This is my life. All I know is like this is my everything. I don't know anything but LA. It's all my life. It's friends of mine. Like it's my childhood. It's my kids' home. It's my sister. It's my mom. My sister's still evacuated. My sister still can't go home. So what? So of course Jeff would put something out there. It's projection. That's what it is. It's projection to say that. Anyway, we will move on. Spencer Pratt is such a oh, this is so sweet. I just got such a sweet text from Dylan's old piano teacher. Oh my God, I need to share something with you guys because you guys have become family with me. Did you watch my Instagram stories last night? Dylan, my son Dylan, is watching Grey's Anatomy. I have to share this with you guys because this is the cutest. Like, to bring levity into this crazy week, Dylan has been watching Grey's Anatomy. Dylan's 12 years old and he's been watching Grey's Anatomy for the last few months. And it's been so fun to watch it through his eyes because I used to watch Grey's Anatomy nonstop all the time. And he is watching every single season, every single episode. And I keep getting DMs from people saying, oh no, what about, I'm going to spoiler alert, you guys, this is from like 2015, when George O'Malley dies. Okay. This is like a big moment. Season 5 episode, the season finale of season 5, when George O'Malley dies. And everyone keeps saying, oh no, what is going to happen when George O'Malley dies? So yesterday I said to Dylan, I was driving him home from gymnastics and I said, what episode are you on? And he goes, I'm on season 5. I have one more episode until the finale. And I'm like, prepare, because he loves George O'Malley. And so he's like, I'm going to shower really quick and I'm going to finish the season. And so I was upstairs doing laundry and I said, okay, guys, okay, we've got to prep. We got to prep because he's an emotional kid. It's been a tough week. So he's like, Mom, you got to watch the finale with me. I said, okay. So I went downstairs and I had to film his response to this moment. And I've got to show you guys. I've got to show you the moment because it's so, oh my God, we were dying of laughter watching this back. It's so cute. This is so funny. Please watch this with us. And if you're listening on the audio, you may want to jump on over to my Instagram or to the YouTube just to watch this before it comes off of my Instagram stories. Hold on. Let me get this on. Hold on. Okay. This is him watching.
I know this is scary, but you do have a great team up there. You want to try right again? Hold the pen. O. O. 7.
007? It's George! It's George!
Oh!
Because he went home and... Oh my God.
Poor Dylan. We died. And then we all did it over and over again. Oliver, the 9-year-old, was like, 007. It's George. Like, we were all acting out over and over. It was so hysterical. Like, we were dying. Lance was hysterical. Like, we were laughing this morning when we woke up. We were all like, Dylan, it's George. He was like, don't remind me. And it's a horrible episode because it's also with Izzy. I mean, go back and watch. Every single person that was in my DMs was like, I need to rewatch it. It's the best moment ever. Okay, let's get back into it. Oh, Wanda says Lance looks hot in that IG front page pic. Yes, everyone thinks Lance looks like Jeremy Renner or Gerard Butler. Let's not like lift Lance's spirits today. Just kidding. That is my cute husband. All right, let's move on and talk about Spencer Pratt. Speaking of husband of the year, Spencer freaking Pratt. I need to show you guys all. I talked about this ad nauseum yesterday, so I need to talk to you guys about what has been going on with Spencer. Yesterday, I talked all about it, so I don't need to talk about everything. Obviously, as you guys know, he's lost his house. Obviously, as you guys know, that he is really, really struggling, and he's at zero. I mean, he was talking about this. He's really he doesn't even know which way is up. I don't think he's slept. His parents have lost their house. But his goal right now is to get Heidi Montag's music to #1, and it's working. He is sharing video after video. People are sharing the music. Kristen Cavallari is sharing the music. Lady Gaga is sharing the music. Diplo is sharing the music. Everyone is sharing the music. Billboard is following him. He's now getting a reality show, most likely. Well, in fact, actually, I have to say, I DM'd him yesterday because I was commenting. I was like, Spencer, you have to check your DM. So I DM'd him yesterday. I said in my DM, I said, reality show. I said, Spencer, I told Lance, I was like, I'm pimping you out to him. But Lance has worked with Spencer before. He worked with Spencer on Celebrity Wife Swap years ago. So Lance is like, I freaking love Spencer. He's a cool guy. Like he loved Spencer for years. But I said, Spencer, my husband's a DP and camera operator. He works on Dancing with the Stars, Bachelor, so many shows. He has gear. He has a stage. Let's start filming. Are you working with anyone on a show? He'll drive to Santa Barbara and start documenting ASAP. Because I keep thinking to myself, like, Spencer needs a show. Remember, I said this yesterday. I said, Spencer needs a show right now. And he needs to be documenting like yesterday. Obviously, he's filming on his phone, but I don't want him to wait and waste too much time filming all of this stuff. I want him to be filming like yesterday. And I worry that he's like waiting for the show and the green light and the network to sign off, and he's going to be missing these like really incredible moments. So he responded, and he's so cute. He goes, I swear to God, he responds, love you. I'm waiting to hear back from some networks now, but I'm going to keep you posted. So he's talking to Hulu, obviously. Hulu is his top person. Hulu is 100% like, going to be the first person to sign up. If Hulu turns this down, they would be, shoot themselves in the foot, right? Like, obviously, the entire internet is fighting for Spencer right now. I mean, he has almost 2 million followers on TikTok. He has 1 million followers, probably almost, on Instagram. Plus Heidi, every single celebrity and just everyone is rooting for him right now because he is the voice of this fire. I think he is the victim's voice. Obviously, he's more of a celebrity than just the average victim, but he is the one with the platform. He was on TMZ yesterday, and it's a long interview, so obviously I can't show you the entire interview. But when I tell you I saw this interview and I lost my, my heart fell to the ground. So I'm going to find part of this interview and just show you a little of it because I think it's so important just to see a little part of it because I thought it was just the sweetest, most kind of just, I don't know. People are like, is he lying? Is he faking it? Even my friend that doesn't even really know who he is, I sent them a video of Spencer Pratt's today, and they said, okay, but it's Spencer Pratt. Like, they don't really get it. I don't think I think it's really important to understand, like, Spencer Pratt is not who Spencer Pratt kind of was years ago. Like, he's a different guy, and he's a, I don't know. He's a like an entertainer. He's an entertainer. Okay, so let me show you just a little bit of the interview. If you guys are interested, I'll just show you a little bit. Here's on YouTube, Spencer Pratt getting emotional, realizing his family is starting from zero after wildfire. This is on TM.
It comes in waves. Like, when you just started showing all the photos, you start, I've been trying to focus on all the good and positives, like people trying to help Heidi and her music. So like keeps me, but then we start talking about the actual situation and I see those images and the photos and, then it's like waves of emotion because I try to like not focus on this. But I mean, again, I'm alive. My family's alive. I do have some shady cough now from going back to the rubble without a mask, which was one of the dumber things I've done maybe in my life. And I've done a lot of dumb things.
Yeah, I mean, just the air is so toxic right now. I can only imagine what it must be like in the middle of that war zone.
That's the thing. When you see it on the media and you see all the IG reels and you see the TikToks, whatever, and you see how like horrible it looks, and I'm sure it's the same thing with war zones in real life, that people, you just, until you drive through it and you smell it and you walk and you try to like process it, it's so much more insane than just like what you're seeing on the internet. Like this is the town I grew up in my whole life. My parents' house burned down. My house I grew up in, they didn't get a single thing, not even a photo out, because my dad didn't have insurance. I said, "Why didn't you have insurance, Dad?" And he's like, "Because I always thought if our house were to burn down, that would mean the entire town would have had to burn down."
What stage are you and Heidi at right now as far as where you're going to live, and what you do, say, just for the next 6 months, never mind the next couple of years?
Well, thank God we made Heidi's album in 2010 and put all our money from the Hills into it, which was one of our biggest regrets for the last 15 years. But thank God everyone on the internet has gotten behind it and has made it a #1 album in US, Australia, Netherlands, UK, Ireland, Canada. So God willing here, I'm going to just put all my energy into keep that going and hopefully be able to buy a new house and buy my parents' house, because, you know, I feel like if you're #1 in music and you can keep that going, like that should be enough to buy a house. But obviously I want to rebuild on our lot.
I don't want to make light of the situation, but being a salesman is in your DNA, that in the middle of this devastation,
Check
where
this
you
part
have to
out.
think about such basic things about what can I wear? Do we have medication? Where are we going to live? You are a salesman. And the fact that you are
Making the most of what you got.
that
Yeah.
you can focus on Heidi's music and that you can actually create a plan on the heels of all of this. I got to say, Spencer, that's pretty amazing.
This killed me.
I had no other choice, you know, so like it's a powerful feeling to like be at zero, you know. We put all our money into this house. We didn't own it. It had a mortgage. Like I spent all my money on crystals. I had all my money in crystals that burned down and shattered, you know. So like feeling at zero is just like, it's such a powerful, like, you know, I'm up till 4 a.m. every night now, just like making TikToks, like posting this. And it's like, I feel like, you know, my heart is pounding so hard because I'm like, you just gotta stay positive.
Is what you're feeling the pressure to provide, to figure something out for your family, right?
Yeah, I mean, like life as we know it is gone. I don't have a single childhood memory. My mom, her whole life was just like collecting all my trophies and anything that, like, any memory I've ever had. My room, my childhood room, was like a time capsule. I'd go in there and just look through the drawers and all my photo albums, and just knowing like I'm a ghost. Like I truly only have like Heidi Montag merch shirts, which is ironic, which I need them right now to promote. But like, you know, I just have none of the things that, and I know people are like, you have your family, you have your health. Yeah, but it's like, you know, just having nothing is a crazy feeling when, you know, obviously there's a lot of people on earth, that's their existence, but it wasn't mine. So it's like, it's a big adjustment. And, you know, and there's, like you said, tens of thousands of people right now going through this. So my only focus right now is like providing for my family and securing, you know, a house to live in for our lives again, get one for my parents. And also like, I'm going all in on helping everyone to rebuild the Palisades. And like, you know, that was my life. Like I repped the Palisades, you know, when Mort's Deli was back there. I would be at Mort's Deli every day, sitting where now Hanks is. And it's like, I don't leave the Palisades, and now it is gone. It's decimated. There's nothing there. So forget my like own life, like my world. Everybody, Gunner's school, is gone. Like his preschool is gone. The preschool I went to, it's gone.
How are Heidi and the kids holding up?
Today was pretty heavy. We enrolled them in like a new school, and I felt like I was in a movie scene because there's the movies where like, I don't even know, but I feel like it was a movie scene where like my now 7-year-old's the new kid at a random school, with all new friends, and he's the kid whose house burned down and his town burned down, and I'm sure he's having to like, he had his hood on, and we were talking to the grief counselors. I'm just like, what happens? It happens so fast, just like, and it's like, you're just not prepared for something like this. You see, and it's like, I saw what happened to Maui and how tragic it is, and you watch it and you're just like, oh, that's so horrible for those people. But like, then when these things happen to you, you're just like, oh my God, like it's so crazy.
Oh my God. I was talking to my mom this morning. My mom, so my mom's Israeli, as you guys know. And my mom said after October 7th, Israel came together as like a whole, right? That's how they operate in that country. It's so small, right? And so they came together and they just like, how do we help? What do we do? How can we mobilize? How can we help? What do we help? Who do we cook for? Who do we buy for? Who do we bring in? Who do we buy? Like who do we raise money for? What do we do? And my mom said, Donna, I watched what you did over the weekend, and I'm so proud of you because you have that spirit in you. And I said, well, I didn't do it for that reason. I did it because I can't watch. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are this way. You know how they say like attracts like? If you watch my show, I think you have good hearts. Like, I think you probably connect with me in that way. I don't know how you watch. This is just one story. There's thousands of these stories. I'm crying all day long. You can't watch the news and these stories and these GoFundMes and these videos on Instagram and TikTok and Reels and the news without just bawling. Every single one of them means something. I don't care if you're rich, poor, they're all losses, right? And some are worse than others. And how can you not want to just help, right? So this is just a constant feeling of like devastation. And I still don't know what it's like because it didn't happen to me. We still don't know what it's like. I mean, some of you did actually lose your home in the past to a fire. So many of you guys, this is bringing up your own memories, I was DMing with a friend of mine who did lose her home in the Palisades fire. I told her, I said, I don't really understand how you're doing what you're doing. She's so freaking positive. This is a mother of 3 daughters. I've known her since my casting days. She was a casting assistant with me. And now she's married to a man who's a talent agent. He was an agent assistant at the time. 3 daughters, 14, and then probably like 12 and 10. They lived in a beautiful house in the Palisades. She posted this morning on Facebook. The day of the fires, exactly 1 week ago, was her 14-year-old's birthday. 14-year-old. So Tuesday morning on a normal school day, her daughter turns 14 and she decided to like decorate the breakfast table, right? She did like a breakfast, like a banner and some balloons, and she made pancakes and she did candles and just like, how you do sometimes for your kids on a school day breakfast. And her 14-year-old was being a 14-year-old saying like, ugh, mom, stop. Don't take pictures of me. So she's rolling her eyes a little bit and she's like begrudgingly smiling, but she's taking pictures of her 3 daughters at the breakfast table on what was going to be the last breakfast they ever had in their home. She takes pictures of her daughter's room with all the balloons. She takes pictures of her whole family at the breakfast table. She takes pictures of her daughters walking out of their room, of their house on the last morning of their last day, walking out of their house before they went to school and never came back home. Is that not the most wild thing you've ever heard? Like, how often do you take pictures of your kids eating breakfast on a Tuesday? It's just crazy. It's crazy that she got that documented. The last breakfast of her, of ever in that home. And it's on her daughter's 14th birthday. It's crazy. So she posted it this morning on Facebook and Instagram, and I just wrote to her. I said, "Oh my God, you're so," and she was like, "I know you're going to kill me because you're 14 and you're probably going to kill me that I posted this on social media, but I don't care. Like, this is," and she said, even that night in the hotel when we were just like watching our lives burn away, we still like celebrated your birthday and I still got you a cake and like still ordered in sushi because it was still your birthday. And I was trying to like keep happy and like trying to, oh, okay. It's crazy. Let's move on to, silly drama because we all just need a little silliness in our lives. But before we do that, did you guys know that Daily Dose of Donna is brought to you by Hers, For Hers. Remember yesterday I talked to you guys about For Hers and weight loss by Hers and all about like Hers and weight loss. You can use this online easy women's healthcare process by like so accessible. I talked about it yesterday and I think it's really important because the point is that a lot of us are trying to lose weight. A lot of us are feeling unhealthy because of the holiday pounds, etc. And I told you that I am personally using some oral medication. I got a DM saying, "Oh my God, be careful. People die because of fen-phen." This is not what that is. I very much want to be very clear. This is not weight loss drugs like I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. You guys, if you don't know the reference, Google Jesse Spano, Saved by the Bell, caffeine pills, best episode ever. This is I'm on metformin. I'm on vitamin B12. I'm on a very, very regimented doctor prescribed pill. It is incredibly safe. I have no negative side effects. I feel very healthy. I work out every day. I eat. It's just my metabolism works really well. And I don't have as much of a raging sweet tooth. And I don't have that much of a raging appetite. It's honestly wonderful. But as you can see, like I'm not like, not eating. Anyway, Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans delivered straight to your door if prescribed. It offers a holistic weight loss program with personalized solutions, including compounded GLP-1 weekly injections featuring the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy. Oh, sorry. I saw something on the comments. I'm so sorry, Chris. Featuring that same active ingredient as with Ozempic and Wegovy or oral medication kits. What you do is you submit this online intake form, after you submit the online intake form, a licensed medical provider, a doctor, determines what plan is best for you. For example, I actually did ask, can I get the shot when I wanted to lose a couple pounds? And they said, no, you cannot get the shot. You don't have enough weight to lose. So they're not just going to prescribe you whatever you want. It's very important to know that. Okay. And it will, they will tell you exactly what you need and they will prescribe the medication, ongoing care, and online support at one low cost. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through Hers. Go to forhers.com/dailydose. Make sure you use my code forhers.com/dailydose. forhers.com/dailydose. I just got my new shipment in yesterday in a very small little box. It comes with your pills. It's so great, you guys. I'm not joking. I use it. I've been using it since October. It's a real deal thing. Real deal. Okay. I swear, if I look up the app, you'll see it is on my phone. This is not a lie. Okay. I use it. Hers. I love it. And I used it before I used it before they were before they were sponsoring me. So when they came to me, I said this yesterday. When they came to me, I was like, stop. I love them. This is like really from the heart. I can talk about them. So I'm so excited about it. Yeah, I'll tell you what I use. I'll tell you what I use. This is what it's called. So I use metformin and it's called topiramate. Google it. Topiramate. Romate. I'm saying it wrong, I think. Plus B12. Those are the medications. Okay. But a doctor prescribed it. So don't be going black market on me, okay? And it's forhers.com/daily dose. Okay. And so far, I have lost, well, I haven't weighed myself since the fires. So I have no idea, but I think I've lost like 8 pounds or 7 pounds. All right. Oh, Jen says I got prescribed exactly what you were on. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Donna. That's awesome. Topamax was the trade name years ago. Yes, I think it's that. Okay, let's keep moving and keep chatting, huh? So there's so many random stories that I want to talk about today. There's so many good stories. Number one, Lindsay Hubbard. Lindsay Hubbard finally is talking to Not Skinny But Not Fat. It's her first interview since her birth. And I'm so excited to listen to this because I'm a fan of Lindsay Hubbard. I don't know about you guys, but I really like Lindsay Hubbard. And I'm interested to hear everything. But obviously the one big story that came out since this story came out was the fact of what happened between Dorinda and the traders. Now, if you guys don't remember, she had a crazy story happen with Dorinda when they were talking about like casting in the traders. It was leaked before the full cast of Traders season 3, which I still haven't watched. The reason why I haven't watched, by the way, is because it premiered during the fires and my brain could not process it. I tried to watch one episode on Friday night and I literally could not focus. I was on the news the entire time on my phone. So I promise you I will watch it. It was an actual, like, it's very, very, so yeah, no, don't put any spoilers in the comments, okay? But remember, we were hearing about this a long time ago that Dorinda supposedly had leaked to producers that Lindsay was pregnant. And that's why she wasn't cast on the show. So according to Not Skinny But Not Fat, and I will pull up on the Bravo investigator, my friend Dana, she posted the clip. So let's listen to the clip of, actually, you know what? I love Dana, but I just saw Not Skinny But Not Fat actually posted the clip of the video clip of Lindsay talking about Dorinda being basically a jerk about it. Let's watch it together.
Apparently, Dorinda was really, really drunk, going around telling everyone that I'm pregnant, but unfortunately, I lost the baby and I had a miscarriage. That's what she's going around drunkenly saying at Margaret's house. And it's getting back to me from multiple people. Then the rumors are coming out about Traders. And, they announced the cast of Traders, blah, blah, blah. And then this big rumor comes out about how Dorinda had such a problem that she found out I was pregnant, but I shouldn't be able to compete. Now, I have a problem with this because I'm not affecting you. And apparently Dorinda.
Guys, what's up with Dorinda? Now, don't tell me what happened on Traders. I'm sure something has happened. I have no idea what, and I'm sure, I don't know. She was on Nick Viall, so I have some guesses. So don't tell me what happened, but what is wrong with Dorinda? I have a feeling that Dorinda is probably the most miserable human being in the world. Does anyone feel that way? Like, I truly believe that Dorinda is one of the most awful human beings, maybe, when she's drinking. I don't know if that's when she's sober, but let's not forget that episode when she was with Bethenny and when they were talking about Haiti. Do you guys remember that episode on Real Housewives of New York years ago when they were talking about Haiti? And she was like, and like embarrassing the crap out of Bethenny with the Haiti comment. So it's an alcohol driven issue, I believe. I mean, don't, don't come at me, Dorinda, but we've seen it through the years. Like Dorinda is that version of, I mean, truly, I am still doing my rewatch of Real Housewives of New York, and I kind of like slow down on it because of other things. But every once in a while, when I just need comfort, I'll go back to my rewatch, and I'm still at the end of season 8. So this is the Jules season. Remember Jules with the knife and the calzone? And Dorinda is with John, and this is the season that I'll have a martini, and she's so wild. She's so alcohol prone, and she can't handle it. She can't handle it. She cannot be drinking. And this is 15 years later, and she clearly still has an issue. I wonder if Dorinda has said anything back. I have no idea, but it's never a good look for this older woman. I mean, Dorinda is an older woman at this point. Like, what is she, 65, 60? Like, it's got to stop. This like Sonia, Dorinda, Shannon Bedore, all these like older women who are like drinking too much, Karen Huger. We can't do this anymore. We got to call it quits. Right? I don't know if Dorinda has said anything back, but I just thought that story was crazy. Now, Dorinda's on Nick Viall today. I haven't listened, but I'm sure she hasn't talked about it. I'm sure she hasn't responded to it because she filmed it before this came out. So let's see what Dorinda says. And I'm sure Lindsay Hubbard will get her moment on Traders at some point. Now, Meg says, I'm 60. Am I an older woman? Listen, I don't think you're an old woman, but you are an older than Lindsay Hubbard woman. I mean, facts are facts. So it just is not a good look that you're an older than Lindsay Hubbard woman, like going around talking and lying about her and being drunk. Like, that's weird, right? Don't you think? I don't know. Okay, yeah, that actually brings up another story that we haven't talked about. Let me just try to get like some timestamps today. I've been so bad with my timestamps lately. Okay, what about we're gonna do some hot takes right now. Okay, we're going through them. We're going wham bam, thank you, ma'am, on some hot takes. Karen Huger not showing up to the reunion. Let me just call this out for what it is. It's called lame, chicken behavior. Karen Huger, I'm just going to say it. I'm not even shy or scared anymore. Karen Huger has disappointed me, I think, more than any housewife maybe in the past ever. She has completely ruined any amount of respect I had for her. I loved the Grand Dame, okay? I was such a huge fan of the Grand Dame. I loved her for years. When I met her at BravoCon, or the weekend of BravoCon, when I met her at the hotel, I met her at the bathroom. Remember, I don't know if you guys have been around for a year or whatever. I took a picture with her. I met her in the bathroom. I was like, Karen, I'm such a fan. She was in her little sweatsuit. She was my height. She was so adorable. And we took a picture together, and she told me about her daughter. Like, I love to see the way that she has turned this around, as she was the victim the entire season, as she was like this, she had nothing to do with it. And then to see that video, for her to come out so incredibly irresponsible, wasted, not even drunk, wasted beyond belief, could have killed someone, could have killed herself, could have seriously injured so many people. And then to say such disrespectful, disgusting, horrible, racist things. I'm going to say it out loud, racist. Sorry. Is that okay to say that she was racist? Are you allowed to say that? Awful. And then to go on the show and act like everything was totally copacetic and fine, and that she's going to come out on top is so disgusting. It's sociopathic to watch. It's like wild that we had to sit through that as if it was like, that it's gaslighting. Like that we were the ones that were wrong. And then now she steps out of the reunion. I'm sorry. I'm going to be busy at rehab. So I can't be at the reunion. Not to mention, I have not watched an episode of Real Housewives of Potomac since this video came out. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I was busy or just because I don't want to spend any more energy on this. Between Mia's disgusting paternity storylines and then Karen Huger. And then I just read a couple things, or I saw a reel or something, I can't remember, that this last episode was the most disgusting, vile episode between Mia and Jacqueline talking about going down on each other. No, thank you. Is this what we've turned into? Like, this is what this show is? I'm sorry. I'm taking it off my DVR. I'm done with Real Housewives of Potomac, like putting a line in the sand. I also haven't watched Real Housewives of New York in like 2 or 3 episodes. I think I may be done with that one too. I already have too much to talk about on the show. What am I going to do? I'm going to recap a show that I despise. Do you guys want me to do it? You guys want me to sit here and like recap shows that I can't even watch? No, thank you. Not interested. So Potomac needs to go. I think it needs to be on pause and goodbye. It needs to go on goodbye. Okay. So that's about Karen. Let's move on to Beverly Hills, because Beverly Hills, obviously it's on tonight, but you guys, tonight on Beverly Hills, we're going to get a scene that I thought was so interesting, and I'm going to show it to you, and I really hope I don't get, docked for showing it to you, but Face Reality shared it on her Instagram, and this is so interesting. I think you guys need to see it. So you know how we always talk about how Kyle Richards is like the queen of not giving us any gossip, and she doesn't tell us anything about her life. She's the queen of secrets. So tonight, Sutton kind of calls her out. Did you guys see this scene? Okay, let's watch it really fast. Hold on. And it's all about the memes. It's all about the memes and PK and the texting and all of that.
I wouldn't like it.
But you had a very different situation.
Yes, but I feel like in a way it's similar to Dorinda, not infidelity, but
Right.
in being angry at one another.
But you also had infidelity.
Ooh, Sutton, you didn't do it.
Let's not forget that part. What part? Infidelity. Who did?
Ooh, ouch.
You did. No, I didn't. With Mo? When? You've talked about him.
With any marriage, there's issues that you have, and they come up, and then something, like I said in my interview, happened where I did lose my trust.
This is definitely the unspoken thing. No one brings that up. I mean, listen, we've been hearing rumors for years that either Mo has stepped out or is doing this or is doing that. Nobody has confirmation, but it's been all over.
With the Instagram?
What is appropriate for husbands when it comes to communicating with other women on social media?
I've had like a fight with Mo over that. I hate that.
Are you talking about Instagram?
No.
Oh,
I always have a problem with things slipping out of my mouth. I wouldn't like it either.
I wouldn't like it.
oh my God. I can't wait for that scene. Are you excited for that scene tonight? But she's saying what everyone's thinking, and Sutton and Garcelle are kind of driving me crazy this season, but we need Sutton for that moment. Like, Sutton needs to pull it out of Kyle, because it's crazy. It's literally like, how are we seriously pretending that infidelity wasn't a factor in your marriage falling apart, Kyle? She's like, you remember with the lips? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sutton? We have no issues of infidelity. What are you talking about? Everything's fine between Kyle and I, Mauricio and I. We just separated because the love was lost. What are you talking about? It's wild. Hope says Kyla is trying to protect her daughters from thinking bad about Mo, but it's beyond that now. Kyle's daughters probably hooked Mauricio up with some of the girls. Kyle's daughters are not under a rock. Kyle's daughters they're more well-versed in this city, and they know more than any of us know. Like, those girls are not young, and they're not 9 and 10 years old or 12-year-old girls. Like, those guys, those girls are old. They are 20-some-year-old girls. They're real estate agents. They're out and about. They're out at the clubs with their dad. Like, they see what's going on. I don't believe that maybe she thinks she's trying to shield those daughters. I think she's trying to shield Mauricio. I think, honestly, she's trying to protect Mauricio. Like, that's kind of, I think Mauricio tries to protect Kyle. That's why Mauricio will never throw Kyle under the bus with the Morgan Wade thing. I don't think he'll ever say anything about her. He'll never say, yes, my wife, I think, fell in love with another woman. He'll never say it. And I think she'll never say it. I think that they took like some sort of like blood oath, and they were like, never talk shit about each other. Never. Sarah says Portia raised herself. Portia did. Portia pays the mortgage. It's so good. Okay, another hot take for tonight, or for today. Well, does anyone care that Jessica Simpson has finally called off her marriage? Literally, when this story popped up, I was like, didn't that already happen? I don't understand why this is news. It's as if it's like the Jessica Alba, Cash Warren story. No one cares. I thought it happened 7 months ago. I truly don't understand why this is even like announced. They're trying to bury it in the fires, but I really truly thought they already divorced. I did get a DM from someone when I posted on my stories. Someone said John Mayer may care. And I thought to myself, that's an interesting statement. But I do believe that no one gives a shit. I definitely don't care. But it would be remiss of me to not say it as a pop culture reporter. Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson did split after 10 years. There's a whole article on page 6 saying what went wrong, but I don't care. Sorry. Okay. Crystal Minkoff has gone on her podcast with her podcast co-host, Cynthia Bailey. Humble Brag is their podcast, to tell her side of the story of what happened with her 14 friends that she has been talking about, or has been talked about on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for years. There was this rumor that was going around for years and years and years about this drama that had happened on the show. There was this big drama about her and these 14 friends that kind of just like dropped her. And she had these 14 friends that just dropped her, and no one knew why and no one knew how. And she was holding this very, very tight. And this is important to go into, but I do have to talk about one thing really fast before that I forgot to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. And then I have something that's probably a little controversial to talk about when it comes to the Crystal Minkoff thing. So you're going to want to stick around. So first, I want to tell you about my second sponsor of this week, and that is Honey Love. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Honey Love bras, and so are you. Let's kick off 2025 with a New Year's resolution that you'll actually stick to. Ditching uncomfortable bras for good. Seriously, life is too short to wear bad bras. Luckily, today's episode is brought to you by Honey Love, the brand that's completely revolutionized the wireless bra. Honey Love has cracked the code on combining comfort, support, and style. Say goodbye to poking underwires and straps that dig in. With Honey Love, you'll actually want to wear your bra. Wild, right? In fact, you might forget you're even wearing one. They're that comfortable. Trust me, I've tried them, and let me just say the rip it off the minute I get home days are officially over. The best part, the bras offer as much support as a traditional bra, even though they're wireless. Once you try Honey Love, you'll never go back. For a limited time, you can get Honey Love on sale. Treat yourself to 20% off your entire order by heading to honeylove.com/dailydose. Support my show and check them out because you deserve this glow up. So make sure to go to honeylove.com/dailydose. Definitely start your new year off with new bras. There's nothing worse than being on like a hot date or, at the end of a long day and taking off your gorgeous clothes and just looking at like an old school bra. Just nothing is less sexy. And you might as well feel good and like, also look good at the same time. Honey Love bras are truly the only bras I wear when I do wear bras. I love a Honey Love bra. So honeylove.com/daily dose. All right. I want to talk about Crystal. All right. You guys ready? So Crystal tells her side of the story. The reason why I say this is because I say this with love because I love Crystal. I've met Crystal now a few times in person, and I have many friends that are very close with Crystal. Like I know a lot of people that are very tight with Crystal. So I want to send you guys all to listen to her show. So I'm not going to go into detail because I do think it's important to listen to her show. But essentially what's happening is Crystal's not naming names. She's not doxing names of who these friends are. And she's also saying that they're not actually 14 girls. She's saying they're 7. She's saying that she's been friends with a lot of women who are essentially a little older than her through the years because her husband is 20 years older than her. And what is happening is basically she became friends with this big group of girls through Mommy and Me during the COVID years, or like mom group during the COVID years, which a lot of us had that experience. Or maybe this was before COVID, but during the COVID years, you get really tight with these groups. One of these women, allegedly, and there's a lot of speculation of who this woman is. I'm going to let you guys maybe try to figure it out because I don't want to put it out there, even though it's pretty obvious to me who it is. She's married to a very famous singer, and she is a actress. Okay. Her husband has appeared on the show. Well, actually, I don't know if he's appeared on the show before, but he's appeared on Watch What Happens Live before, and she's an actress. She apparently has been really, really people have really wanted her to be on the show. Or Bravo's really wanted this other woman who was part of Crystal's group to be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills years before. And apparently, this is all according to Crystal. Her husband did not want her to do it. So Crystal said, you shouldn't do it because her husband didn't want her to do it. Now, according to Crystal, in the meantime, she was being asked to do it as well. And so at that time, Crystal ended up doing the show. And because of that, and I'm leaving out a couple details because I do want you guys to go listen to it. Allegedly, this other group of girls turned on her and started going and sending a lot of messages over to this group of Real Housewives women and sending really, really nasty messages and kind of trying to already push Crystal down, like starting all this drama. What you guys think? I don't think it's that. No, it's not her. A lot of you guys have some guesses. I don't believe it's her. No, it's not her. And so you guys are so essentially this girl who couldn't do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because her husband didn't want her to do it was, according to Crystal, mad that Crystal was doing it. And so she and the other girls kind of turned on Crystal and started to kind of go against Crystal and talk a lot of smack about Crystal to the other housewives. Kathy Hilton was the only one that was standing up for Crystal, according to Crystal. I didn't finish the entire podcast, so I'm sure there's more to it, but that was kind of like the crux of the story. And Crystal felt very pushed out of the group from that. I'm sure there's more details to it. That was essentially it. It's interesting. I do have a friend who was friends with that group. And I've heard a very different side of the story. A very different side of the story. And you always have to remember that when you hear stories from people, you always hear your side, their side, and the truth. Right? So I do think it falls somewhere in the middle. Like, obviously, Crystal saw it from her end. of why she was kind of like pushed out of the group. And then these other women saw it from a different side. My friend got the other person's version, which is different than what Crystal said. I'm sure that the truth is somewhere in the middle. How can I give you guys a hint of who I think it is? It's definitely not Chrissy Teigen. A lot of you guys want it to be Chrissy Teigen. Well, you don't want it to be Chrissy Teigen. I don't think any of us want it to be Chrissy Teigen on Real Houses of Beverly Hills. I would die. I would die. The husband is a singer. The wife is an actress. Husband is a singer. Wife is an actress. It's not like a household name actress, though. I'm going to go British singer. British singer. That's where I'll leave you. I think that's where I'm going to leave you. God, where do I go with that? All right, you guys. All right. You guys are good at guessing. Okay. I love you very much. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for so much for subscribing. And please, if you care for my show and if you love me, go and help me out by giving me some love on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, 5 stars and a written review of love. Okay? Thank you so much, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Bye.